Hello everybody, my name is Alesh Eisner and welcome to the Canadian Money Talk, the channel about Canadian investing and personal finance. Please like and subscribe. I record 2 videos per week, so make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified each time one comes out. I had a question and a suggestion in one of the previous videos, and the question was, "Hi again, thanks for all the info. Whenever you post a video, I know I can learn something new. Just a possible idea for a new video content. What do you think? Are you doing? Do you have a strategy for swing trading? Daily, weekly, monthly, and allocation size of your portfolio? You know, broad lines. And thank you in advance." So I don't do any day trading or swing trading specifically. I do sell put options and see video in the upper right. About 6 weeks before their expiry, and so I do use some short-term technical analysis since the goal for the stock is to stay at the same price or go up, so the put option expires worthless. And I have no further obligation, but I do get to keep the cash that I received. Sometimes I use the wheel strategy, also see the video in the upper right, where I sell put options until I get the stock, and then I start selling covered calls until I lose the stock. The return on these strategies in terms of cash flow can be 20 to 30% annualized, which is quite hefty, but you can have some capital losses with the puts or miss out on some of the gains with the covered calls. As far as you were asking about allocation of the size of the portfolio, I do this on about 1% of my liquid portfolio, my stock portfolio, and I wouldn't recommend doing this with any more than 1 or 2% of a typical portfolio because it's not really investing, it's more towards speculating, I would say. But in any case, you did ask about technical analysis, and so technical analysis is the use of past stock performance, price movements, and volume indicators to try to predict future stock price movements. Its advantage over fundamental analysis is that technical analysis can be used to analyze things like gold, commodities, and crypto, which don't have a balance sheet and earnings that the fundamental analysis uses. So let's go through the methods that I use. None of them are single-handedly going to determine if the stock will go up. It's a summary of all the results that will give me an idea of whether I want to sell the put or not. So from Yahoo Finance, I export historical information going back as far as I can and using the monthly version. Then I run a macro that I've written in Excel to convert the raw data into something that will tell me what the stock has historically done in the 2 months I'm interested in. I am looking for consistency and a trend one way or the other, and have implemented color coding in my results to show the consistent trends one way or the other. Write me in the comments and I can send you the macro code. The next item I use is the RSI. I've covered this in another video. It means relative strength index, and it is a technical momentum indicator. A number below 30 means the stock is oversold and would indicate it's going to go up. Above 70 means it's overbought and will likely go down. So I use those numbers and where the stock is on the RSI as an indicator. Number 3 is the MACD, which means moving average convergence divergence, and the MACD is calculated by subtracting the 26 period exponential moving average EMA from the 12 period EMA. The result of that calculation is the MACD line. A 9-day EMA of the MACD is called the signal line and is then plotted on top of the MACD line, which can function as a trigger for buy and sell signals. Traders may buy the security when the MACD crosses above its signal line and sell or short the security when the MACD crosses below the signal line. Number 4 is support and resistance lines. So these lines indicate that there's something quote unquote there at those prices that's making the stock price not be able to go above for resistance and below for support that price. This reason could be psychological or something to do with some of the other metrics like price to earnings ratio for the stock. So if a stock is near support, there's a chance, but certainly no guarantee, it will stay above that support. And if it does go down to it, it'll bounce off and go back up. Number 5 is trend lines. Sometimes the stock price moves in channels with lower lows and lower highs in a lower trend, or an upward trend with higher highs and higher lows. When the stock breaks out of the trend lines, either to the upside or to the downside, is an indicator that the trend has been broken and that the stock is likely to continue moving in the direction that it's moving now that it has broken its trend. And number 6, I use stockchase.com, which is a website where you can find transcripts of expert opinions on various stocks and ETFs from BNN and CNBC. It's nice to have a check-in with the quote-unquote experts, even on a short-term investment. And lastly, number 7, I use a site called Options Play. This is a free tool for Canadian stocks, mostly useful for options trading, but one interesting tidbit is that it tells you when an earnings release is going to be for a particular stock, which can add to volatility. The direction is dependent on what the earnings results are, of course, but you know that there is a touch point there where you could have the stock move significantly. You may not know in which direction, however. So those are the main tools I use for my direction finding in the short term. I don't think that the method lends itself to investing because a few weeks is too short a time frame to have the company really do its thing. But the technical analysis gives us a better idea than just flipping a coin as to what will happen in the short term. So as you can see, I'm happy to answer viewer questions, and I will touch on the asset allocation suggestion in a future video. If you have any requests on what you would like me to cover in future videos, please put that into the comment section. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and may you have a profitable day.